Alright, everybody, welcome again. Jamaican Otaku there. Oh, that smile was so cheesy. Um, yeah, there I tried some reviews, as usual. It's been a while since I did any reviews, though. It's been, well, specifically Boruto reviews. Long time I done none. But we want to get into it because last time we left off, I did episode 39. And there was an episode actually after that, episode 40, with Team 7, and didn't really get into it too much as far as how that episode went. I did see the episode before that, and we did a review on that one, which was the Mitsuki and his dad, Orochimaru. Um, but we're gonna do the manga because I've been missing out a lot on the manga, and I wanted to catch up because, as you know, Boruto itself does this thing where the anime is previous to the Momoshiki and Kinshiki attack on the Chunin exams, whereas in the manga is post that. I guess pre and post. I think I'm using that right. Excuse me while I change up these things, isn't it? Oh, is this thing gonna be one video or two videos? Because I don't know why it's still saying I'm streaming. But so let's get right into it, shall we? Shall we get into the review? As you know, I'm gonna try to drop, not try. I'm gonna do the One Piece later tonight, and then we're gonna do the Dragon Ball Super. I'm gonna probably touch upon the Dragon Ball Super before me do the One Piece. It all depends on which one me favor more, which one me think have a more interesting story at the time, right? I know. So, but really, we are gonna touch upon the subject of Boruto, Naruto, Next Generations, we are gonna review chapter 19 and 20, and real quick and simple. Okay, sorry about that. What is going on in my life? So basically, chapter 19 start off now where Team 7, Baruto, Mitsuki, and Sarada, them have to meet. I don't know if you know about the scientist from the movie. He was the one that introduced the ninja tech, and he was basically imposing that Naruto should use the ninja tech during the tuning. Is it tuning? Tuning exams? Basically the exams where the last part of the exams where there's the big matchup. Um, he was the one that was giving Naruto the devices, the elemental device. Um, check out this shot, huh? Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, them basically for meet up the scientist. I'll try to see if I can get to him name again. Uh, scientist, where is his name? And even this little girl, I wonder if that little girl here did get possessed earlier in the anime. I don't know if she's still. I can't tell what's her name. But basically, the scientists know a whole lot of time wasting and ain't no information being dropped. I'm just trying to figure out what's the scientist's name. See, because I know I gotta say his name a whole heap. It's like, I just want to get it out of the way. But, so basically, 19 start off where, Naruto then basically, Boruto, Mitsuki, Sarada, and the scientists, them basically have a mission where they need to go, basically observe the crash site of this blimp. previously before that, Konohamaru and another Jonin were supposed to go check out the crash site, but no reports have been given back. So, it was up to Mitsuki, Boruto, and Sarada to go check out the crash site. Um, the scientists also get involved in this mission. Reason why, not too sure. I need to make sure I have them the facts there, but we're not gonna go over that right. I'm pretty sure I did read it, and you know, the only knowledge I'm gonna try to drop on tonight as far as the review go. As always, it's just my thoughts and just how I feel about everything we are going. But like I said, so this the scientist now, uh, Katasuki. All right, Katasuki. Um, Sakatasuki now. Let's see if I can get the little girl name. Okay, probably not. I think as she did I think as she did have the little problems where she couldn't she basically put this chakra into people where it did make them kind of bad. She did do it to Shino and a couple other villagers. And I think Baruto did able to sense this chakra through him eye, him cursed Tetsaigan where him have or mutated Tetsaigan. We just have to fix up my camera there, isn't it? Yeah. So so now Katasuki Mata get involved in this mission because I'm pretty sure they all know that, on this crash site there's some, data or information that can be collected. Yeah, so going forth, something other than the records. Yeah, them did go and notice some puppet looking ninja down there. They weren't actually ninjas, they were just puppet beings. Um, And also in the blimp now there was also a something looking like a coffin or something carrying some sort of it looked to me like a coffin. Where did I carry some? But previously we couldn't tell. Say what was in there was obviously what the Kara, the organization known as the Kara, is missing. They're saying that they're missing a vessel, and at the time them missing a vessel, this blimp landed on the outskirts somewhere. It's still in the fire land, but somewhere on the outskirts of Konoha. So and there's another hook I guess say need to send out the rest of Team 7 to figure out what's going on because there's no reports of you know Konohamaru and the other Jonin that's accompanying Konohamaru on this mission. So I'm really glad to notice I don't know if I might use the ninja tech tool when Naruto do them elements here. The only way to figure that out, but I just have to no. I'm actually cause him do the ninja sign there where him have this technique thunderclap arrow lightning release. So really amazing to notice that a little boy here him actually have grown and a hone him ninja skills to the point where him have wind release and now him have lightning release. So that's good, So him actually I learned him hand seals them to perform these jutsus. So that really talented as a ninja. Saratobi, I think Saratobi can do it too. You could him have like a Keki Genkai where him have like I think lightning release, fire release. I think him have earth release as well. So Naruto really turned out to be a prodigy, a Baruto. Um, so and the what me that I talk about was this image here. So get focus. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so it's that image there, the thunderclap arrow. He's basically throwing it down on that thing right there is the see that's the head and whatever. So going on, we find out so that them puppeteer, them don't really use a chakra base type connection to make them move. They're not connected just like how Kankuro can connect film puppets through chakra strings. They're actually say for instance they're filled with chakra instead. That's how they're being controlled. So they're not being manipulated from a distance, but more or less being controlled drones in that state of area there. So they go firing off these fireball jutsus, and obviously Baruto them couldn't take the heat, so them have to jump out of the kitchen, isn't it? There's an old Katasuki, him decide to showcase him suit, what him suit can really do as far as ninja tech go, and him go ahead, and based on film observation at of, as far as the Momoshiki and Kinshiki could do with these Oni balls, or the Truth Seeker orbs, he was actually able to develop this ninja tech where he's able to absorb the fireballs, their elements. So he's absorbing them to the point where the puppets, they burn out. Their system overrides, or over, probably because they're not supposed to be exhausting so much fireball, and basically they crash. Everybody notices that Katasuki and the other members of the Team 7, and they decide, okay, at this point, while they are overheated, they should just take them down, which they do so, and they collect information as far as, oh, well, not, they don't collect information. Basically, what happened at this point, no, Konohamaru sent out him like a retrieval dog with him, with Chamaru. Chamaru, good boy, Chamaru. With the kunai, so so that's so Baruto them realized that Konohamaru is still alive and him out there somewhere, so them are gonna look for him now. Understand? So that's how now them buck up on Konohamaru in a cave, and there's a Konohamaru get to tell him, say, look, him retrieve some information from what was left at the crash site. Him couldn't get much more than the USB drive data from the vessel that was left. So I might get ready to hand that over to Katasuki, and out of nowhere appears A. Now, at this point I'm going to stop, because we are going to transition from when A steps into the scene to chapter 20. But before I get into chapter 20 now, I realized I need to really just do a brief description of what really is going on upon the scene, because Mr. A return, like A, him there, and if anybody know A from previous, Naruto Shippuden, so this is one hidden miss ninja that was he was supposedly be dead, during the Fourth Great Ninja War. Specifically what happened was the Ten Tails beast, him start fire off, him Bijou bomb them in directions where because basically the Ten Tails didn't know, say there was like a telepathical connection from, between all of the ninjas them upon the ground, like they were telepathically communicating with each other through mind thoughts and such, and basically there was a headquarters that had all of this going down. That's how all of it was being started. There's Inu father did there, and Inu father and Shikamaru father, because you have the Inu Shukucho, which is Ino's father. He's from the Yamanaka clan, and then Shikamaru, his father, I don't remember what film clan name, and then Choji father, no, but Choji father never did it. I don't think Choji's dad was there, because the only ones that died, there was a couple of people that did die at that headquarters, but specifically we know, say, we thought A was there too, because A was there too. He was a part of the corpse that was doing the mind transfer jutsu to communicate with the ninjas that was on the battlefield. But no, he wasn't dead. He survived the wreckage, and somehow was a rogue ninja from the mist. I don't think he was ever able to go back to the hidden mist. And previous chapters, and even into chapter 20, we get to find out that he was rescued from the wreckage site, especially, and was worked on by Katasuki, who's the one that's developing the ninja tech. he basically brought him back, rehabilitated him back with, a tech arm and a tech leg. So, but A now is linked to this organized gang called the Kara, which is this the new gang. In Shippuden we had Akatsuki. In this here now we have the Kara. I'm not saying they're any way like the Akatsuki or if their motives are like the Akatsuki. I'm just saying, just like how you had the Sound Four or the Sound Village, which was the Orochimaru. You always have like a group, that's always ready to come out of whatever darkness they're in and impose their will or whatever the case may be. So in this situation, we have Kara, that is the organization. And Kara, just like I said, in any if I've done any reviews, you've probably seen how I talked about the group and how they have the markings, especially one in specific. They have markings on their headquarters back wall with different symbols and seals. And specifically, we get to see one of them that is resembled the one that Naruto has on his arm when he's standing in that scene. With Kawaki, where the curse seal or the seal itself is completely enveloped on his arm and it looks like a tattoo. We get to see that in the background of the headquarters of the Kara group. So yeah, chapter 20 now. It opens up with A firing off this ninja tech Gatling gun that was created by Katasuki, because if you guys have been following on, Katasuki was under Genjutsu the entire time. He was basically forcing Naruto to use the ninja tech at the tournament, the Chunin exams. During that time under Genjutsu, he released, or the enemy got a lot of information out of him as far as this ninja tech creation goes. So here we have A, who is obviously hired by whoever put Katasuki under Genjutsu. And I believe it is the Kara group that actually hired A to go and retrieve this information or whatever it is. Because here he's using one of the created ninja techs, and even Katasuki says that that is ninja tech that is created, or the information, the data that's used to create that was taken from my laboratory during under the Genjutsu. We get Konohamaru. He, there's, through the A shooting, firing off the ninja tech, the Gatling gun. We get the Katasuki. He starts to absorb the shots with his suit, and then we get Konohamaru. He's running, trying to rush up on A here with the Rasengan. He lands it, and it destroys the machine, the Ninja Tech Gatling gun, and he asks A if he knows anything about the crashed blimp, and it's what information was inside. To say now that to speak now, A does say that obviously you guys don't know what was in there, so he needs not to worry too much as far as if anybody knows what was inside the blimp, because A's real mission is to go collect whatever was in the blimp, because the like I said, the Kara group, they have some sort of their plan, their most specific goal is that they have a vessel, something like what Sasuke was in with Orochimaru. He was a vessel for him. In this situation here, now we don't know what the vessel is, but you can keep in mind that that's probably the same situation. Some person that's going to carry on the will or the spirit or something of the sort, like what Sasuke was doing for Orochimaru, or what Toby was gonna do for I don't know who was gonna try to impose their will on Toby. But in this situation here, this vessel, we don't know who it is. So it's almost in the same instance as what happened with Sasuke. Just like how Sasuke was stuffed into that little sealing chamber, that was being carried on the back of the Sound Four as they were trying to take him back out of Konoha. So A, shoots out a surprise attack from his mechanically built shoulder, because Katasuki did, like I said, work on this guy, you know, rehabilitated back his arm and his leg, gave him mech parts. Uh, he runs up on Katasuki, takes off one of the arm pieces, you know. So now Naruto, he decides to run up on he hurry up, puts on the device, and he turns on the Truth Seeker orb, absorbs the Rasengan, and gives him one of those ninja roundhouses. Um, Katasuki is basically embracing and noticing what great device it is. Katasuki, she herself, not she, but at this point, Sarada, she remembers that she has that tool given to her by Akira-san, smoke flashbang, but she can't get the attention from any of the other ninjas. That's they're all just they're all their attentions are being taken by this A character. Boruto, he just got kicked into the wall. Mitsuki, I'm not sure what he's doing. Konohamaru, he's still on the ground, a little unconscious from the shoulder shots. Katasuki, he's still embarrassed from getting his mech arm taken. The accompanying Jonin that was with Konohamaru, he decides to bear hug A, but A being half android, he has some sort of laser, double-edged laser, um, and he takes out the one gut shot, man, takes that ninja out. But he's not dead totally. He uses what remaining life he has and sacrifices himself with a one of them things. Um, and it actually tanks it. That was enough diversion for everybody to get out of there. Konohamaru does tell everybody that there is no point to even try to go back for the body because he's probably pretty much in pieces. The right after that, now the most what happens is we get the little Boruto speech. Konohamaru, he decides to tell everybody to make it to the village. He's going to distract A. Katasuki, he feels guilty for having all this information leaked out, and he decides to have A to distract A and everybody else leave. And Boruto sees all of this and tells himself that they, like I was saying, they did meet A on the train accompanying Katasuki to the facility, the other science facility, Ninja Tech facility that Akita-san and the little girl is at. They meet up with A for the first time, and A tells them that he is one of the Miss Ninjas, and he gives them a little bit of his backstory. And he does this weird thing where he runs up on Naruto to prove Naruto that Ninja Tech, whatever Ninja Tech gospel he had speaking, because obviously Naruto's beliefs or what he sees as far as ninja tech is totally different from how A sees it. So A does this thing where he runs upon him with a knife at his neck and basically tells him that ninja tech isn't bad, it's the people who use it that are bad. So it only comes right back down to show you that A himself is bad, and he's using ninja tech for bad. So Naruto pulls out the chakra sword that he's given by Katasuki as an experiment that they were, it's one of the first built ones, um, which isn't actually, it's been showed in Naruto before about this chakra blade, I think Tobirama was the first one to use something of it. Anyway, so, we come to the end of the chapter where Naruto, he puts on the other glove for the absorbing ninja tool, and he pulls out the chakra blade, and he decides, hey, look, we're not going to run, this guy is using ninja tools for bad, and we know ninja tools aren't bad, so let's prove everybody else wrong, especially the scientist who's starting to feel guilty that he developed all these tools and, they're not even being used for good. Naruto, he had such a blast using all of them on, at the facility because they did experiment with them a little bit that he believes, hey, look, these things aren't as bad as what he thought. So, it's just You try things out sometimes, and that's how sometimes you get to figure whether you like it or not. By trying it out, you can't just see it and judge it, and whatever the case may be. Um, so that's chapter 19 and 20. What really crazy for me though is this A person really come back. If A couldn't come back, then really and truly, like, it's hard to put a backstory to how him connected to Kara other than him being a rogue ninja from the Hidden Mist, and knowing everything him know throughout the Fourth Great Ninja War, and even previously before that, being a ninja of the Hidden Mist, and knowing, having all the intel him have. What is it that why he went so rogue to the point where he might work for Kara, trying to gain all this data and information, and even assist them in collecting this vessel. How deep does that go? So I really can't touch on the Kawaki instance. There's not too much review this, other than I do want to say this. The author for this whole Boruto, can't remember his name exactly. Read this little thing where him said basically how Baruto look at the confrontation between him and Kawaki. The design there is not totally what it is supposed to look like. So, it's just like seeing what we saw, how much more from that design could have changed, between the sweater being Sasuke's, sweater, or I forgot exactly what that thing that it's not really a sweater. But anyway, the sword that also belongs to Sasuke, the headband which belonged to Sasuke, um, the ceiling, with upon him arm, we actually see that more than any other time we ever did see it, cause it spread right to his face. So exactly what him said, design. What more can you change? Like, why would you want to take away any of those things? Because you could easily make a story or a panel for each of those things that are given to him, whether it's the scar on his eye, or the headband, or the sweater, or the sword, or the so on and so forth. So it's really crazy to see what's gonna happen between right now in Boruto, where Konohamaru just got designated to this new Team 7. We are already starting we're starting things that are moving towards what happens in Boruto the movie. You know what I mean? Like right now in the anime, there are things moving towards the tuning exams. Whereas when the movie started, we started off like days before the tuning exam. So right now the movie is probably a month or a week. I'm not too sure how long it takes before the children should get through the death forest, and so I don't even know if they are participated in those parts of exams anymore. Like if they're still given those um, uh, trials. But we definitely do know there is a big fight at the end, which is, at the end of every tuning exam. Um, so we do know that in the anime we're getting closer to where the movie was. We definitely did a couple of the stories as far as Shin Uchiha. We haven't gotten to the we just did the Mitsuki back episode. So we did those manga episode those manga you know those parts of the mangas already, those are already in the anime form. So as far as time goes, we're getting towards that Momoshiki and Kinshiki. And I do believe that even after that, and even after Kinshiki passes, where he gives the seal to Naruto, we'll definitely get to see more and more as far as the third Atsutsuki member. We only seen his silhouette, but we've never seen him. We probably might see hints as toward the character Kawaki, but we can't guess too much as far as what's going on. But that's probably gonna be it for tonight as far as Baruto goes. I will see you guys in a little bit, and I hope you enjoy. Tell everybody to subscribe as much as I can, because we have a whole heap of information and things to talk about. It's 2018, so let's get into that anime, right? Anyway, one love.